Hey guys, welcome to the Fury Time channel. Anthony Joshua to take on Francis Ngannou in Saudi Arabia in March. AJ and Francis Ngannou are set to go head-to-head in Saudi Arabia this year. Ngannou will enter the upcoming bout following a pint loss in his debut against Tyson Fury. Joshua emerged victorious against Llewellyn as he continues to rebuild his career. Former undisputed world heavyweight champion Anthony Joshua is slated to engage in a bout against Francis Ngannou in Saudi Arabia. Joshua is anticipated to go up against the ex-UFC heavyweight champion. According to the promotional teams, Matchroom and Queensberry, officials disclosed the planned fight on Friday night. An announcement is set for January 15th through a press conference to disclose additional details, amid reports indicating that Joshua is poised to fight Ngannou on Friday, March 8th in Riyadh. Joshua vs Ngannou, who wins? The duo will face off in what will be only Ngannou's second professional fight. In his previous bout, he nearly pulled off a stunning upset against Tyson Fury last year, scoring a knockout on the WBC champion before narrowly losing a pointed decision. After securing victory over Llewellyn in December 23, Joshua had initially been slated to face Deontay Wilder in a provisional schedule. However, that anticipated showdown was derailed by Wilder's loss to Joseph Parker. Wilder may be including under the same bill, despite his defeat on points to Joseph Parker in December, which dashed hopes of the American facing Joshua on that particular date. Ngannou stuns Fury. In a sensational turn of events, Ngannou delivered a knockdown to Tyson Fury during their initial professional boxing encounter last October. However, Fury secured a closely contested points victory in Riyadh. Following his commendable performance, the WBC placed Ngannou in their top 10 title contenders. Saudi Arabia is once again set to host a significant heavyweight bout. Hearn predicts winner of Wilder-Joshua bout. Early Sports Brief reported that boxing promoter Hearn has stated that Anthony Joshua will defeat Deontay Wilder when both fighters take each other on in Saudi Arabia. AJ and Wilder have been touted for a blockbuster bout for some time now, and the proposed heavyweight fight could happen before the year 2023 runs out. Francis Ngannou issues an intense warning to Anthony Joshua ahead of their high-stakes bout. Francis Ngannou expressing confidence in replicating the devastating move that dethroned Tyson Fury, aiming to take Joshua's soul and disrupt his bid for a third heavyweight championship. The Predator aims to replicate the seismic impact he made into the combat sports world by defeating WBC heavyweight champion Tyson Fury last October in Riyadh. We don't know the strength of Anthony Joshua. Even thought, I don't believe he has that strength. We are going to find out. In 2 months, we are going to find out. I'm going to be the one taking his soul, Ngannou said. Ngannou is resolute in his belief that he can replicate the devastating shot that sent Fury to the canvas during their battle of the baddest. He asserts that this formidable blow will, in his words, extract the soul of Anthony Joshua, implanting the former two-time unified heavyweight king's pursuit of the third championship. Speaking on the High Performance podcast, Ngannou conveyed his confidence, stating, "Never say never, nothing is impossible." Thanks for watching guys. If you like this video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel.